We are not slamming our club into the ground. We are not stepping on our ball. We are not stepping on our club. And we are also not running on the green, okay? Those are my couple rules. This is real grass. It is very expensive to replace, okay? So we're going to respect the green and we're going to respect ourselves, okay? All right, so real quickly, this is what we call a putter. It has that flat face right there because we want the ball to roll. We don't want it to go up in the sky. So we have our head right here, we have our shaft, and we have our grip. So real quickly, how we set up, if you are right-handed, we're going to put our left hand first and our right hand under that. If you are left-handed, you're just simply going to switch that up. So how we set up, we're going to take our club, put it across our legs. Can anybody tell me what letter I'm making with my legs and that club?
An A.
An A. Am I making a capital A or a lowercase a?
Capital.
A capital A, that's right. So I'm going to keep my A, and then I put the club down, and my arms and the club make what letter?
The D.
Close.
A Y.
A Y, that's right. I make my capital Y, okay? So I have my A, I have my Y, and then with putting, we are simply going to go back and forth like a clock, just like that, okay? So we're doing Y, put Y, okay? We are keeping our capital Y the entire time, okay? So if I'm doing this, am I keeping my capital Y?
Nope.
No, that's right. So I'm keeping my capital Y the entire time, okay? So with alignment, just think about railroad tracks, your feet being that one line and then our ball being that other, and when we're putting, we are going back and forth and putting our ball, okay? All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and decone. So this is where one person comes up to play and the other person is back here behind their cones, okay? So we can go ahead and find partners first. So let's go ahead and find some partners and then I'll explain the game real quickly. Is everybody ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and have the first person come on up. So first person come on up. So you're actually at that purple instead.
Not my sword.
He's trying to take my purpose. Yeah. So I'm right here, right?
Person up, yep. So yes, we're gonna aim at our flags right here. So you will be listening for two things. You will be listening for range open and range close. Range open means you are free to hit, and range close means drop your club and pick up your golf balls, okay? All right, ready. Range is open. There you go. You will be switching with your partner, okay? So yes, you hit two balls, and then wait until you're done, and then I will say range. We have blue team and red team in the lead. Range is open. You're free to hit.
Oh. Okay, let's see how it's
Go
going.
hard. Mine was still
See how it's
too soft.
going.
There you go, quick.
It's a
It's a little
decline.
hill.
Oh, that was close. That was close.
I think the grass is messed up.
I gotta get out my glasses for this part. So our car talk here for Full Swing is being a good sport, being a team player. So being a good sport and demonstrating sportsmanship is an important part of collaborating with others. Our attitudes and how we treat others have an impact. When you're being a good sport, you are congratulating somebody when they do a good job, encouraging your teammates. We're all the same team. We're against the golf course here at golf, right? And we're all together in the game of life as well. Listening to feedback from others without getting upset. We're not all professionals, all right? You can take some feedback. Being honest and not cheating. Golf is a sport where you have to call penalties on yourself. What other sport do you know that does that, right? If you mess up and hit a ball accidentally, you got to call that on yourself. So very important in golf to be honest and don't cheat. Being kind, no name calling. Having a positive attitude even when you lose. Not everybody's going to win in this. And not bragging when you win. It's normal to feel disappointed if you don't win. But it's not okay to be rude and disrespectful because of it. A good sport understands the importance of playing fair, following the rules, and respecting your fellow players. All right? I'm Coach Allen. I'll be here to help you when we get started hitting some balls. This is Coach Eliza. She's going to go over the fundamentals of a golf swing.
Okay, fundamentals. Anybody left-handed? I know you're left-handed. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you're right-handed. Left hand bottom, right hand on top. If you're left-handed, just switch them up. When you grab the club, make sure you grab it. It doesn't stop fast. Make sure your feet are as wide as your shoulders. Bend your knees a little bit. Grab the club, put it across your legs, make a capital A. When you grab the club, make sure you put it down, making a capital Y with your arms and your club. When you swing back, you're going to swing all the way back. This is what we call a circle in. When you hit through, that's what we call circle through, circle around. Everybody got that?
Hey, how many people here have golfed before? Another thing that might help,
Terrible.
when you put your first hand on the club, if you are right-handed, you're going to put your left hand there. If you can take your index finger and wrap it around your pinky, that's what we call an interlocking grip. Keep your hands together. Also gives you a little more power. But that might help you out there as well. We will be around. Find any open bay you want. Find some clubs over there.
Do that for us. This is our pitch swing station, and before we get into the station and the skills, our lesson of the day. If everyone has not seen our key commitment signs at each station, I'm sure you have as they've gone through. We went from our 9 core values years back to now we have 5 key commitments. So this key commitment is using good judgment, and it's just something we put these out, just something for you all to see that you can add addition to if you're able to run this program in your schools. I know every situation different, everyone has their own challenges, so I completely understand if it's something you just see you want to but you just can't make work. I get it 100%, but the lessons that we add on are just something to reinforce the life skills that come with golf and the lessons that you teach every day, like respect, honesty. So this here, we call it card talks. We hand out to participants. We talk about the lesson, we hand them out to participants so they can card talk to the parents and guardians on the way home of what they learned through the day. And it's something, again, you guys can highlight in your class to reinforce your lesson. So today's lesson, all about using good judgment. I'm just gonna read a snippet of this. Life is full of choices. Every day you can practice using good judgment and choosing honest behaviors. What does this mean? You choose to do and say things that are truthful, not only when you're playing golf, but in everything you do. You tell the truth to others, and you're also truthful with yourself. Being honest means you act in a way that you know is right. So obviously you all can see how everybody, adults, students, can benefit from these simple life lessons, right? So we're gonna get to the golf skills now. I'm gonna have Coach Al demonstrate as I talk. I know a lot of we try and do that at first tee. One person talks, the other person demonstrates. Obviously, if you're by yourself, that's easier said than done, right? So, for our pitch swing, first thing, how you hold the club. The PE equipment, hopefully you have colors and prompts to help you. So when we're in the schools, we usually start with that. But real clubs today. So if you're right-handed, left hand on the club first. Left thumb goes down the grip. You wrap your fingers around. Your right hand comes in. Your right palm covers up your left thumb. Wrap your fingers around and your hands are touching. We say glued together to the kids. You can't pull them apart. They're touching. How we stand. Coach out here. For club across your knees, your legs in the club make a capital A. We try and have simple verbiage for you and for the students. Next, your arms in the club make a capital Y. Club goes in between your feet, right behind the ball. Now for the pitch swing, it's a L swing motion. So you swing, Coach Al is going to swing the club back. His arms in the club make a capital L. He swings down to impact. That's the Y, impact, to his follow through to an L. You want to hit a live one now?
Yeah.
Coach Al, here we go. Coach Al also works at Champions Golf Club course, a city course. So if you ever go out there, you might see him there. Here we go. So, real quick, aiming. How we aim. Before we go. Far blue. Make an imaginary line from your golf ball to your target. Now I want everybody to think of railroad track. One track is your golf ball line. The other track, you line up your feet, hips and shoulders, while both tracks go towards your target. Let's go. And notice he's going make a nice smooth swing, nice smooth tempo. If he wants to hit the ball back farther, he swings the club back farther. If he wants to hit it shorter, he swings the club shorter. All right, now, most important part, safety. Right now, you're all lined up at a safety cone. This is a free flow activity. The game is not controlled the entire time. So the free flow means one person comes up in line, they hit, put the club down, come back to the cone, then the next person comes up. We have activities where we go red light, green light, where we go in waves, and the game is structured the entire time. Once you're in line and the game starts, it's kind of a free flow, which then allows the instructors to flow down the line and help instruct, making sure that there's no clubs in the safety zone, so you don't have to worry about that. Obviously, you have to worry about your students touching the shenanigans, all like that, but at least you don't have to worry about clubs in the safety zone. So, when the first person comes up, you're gonna hit 4, sit your club down, come back to the cone. Next person in line, please don't leave your safety cone till the person hitting has made it all the way back to the cone. All right, does anyone need a left-hand club?
Yes,
Lefty. All right. First person in line, come on up, have some fun.
You gotta let us know which one you aiming for, Matt. Just quit playing.
Which one you want me to?
I mean, you name. Oh, ooh.
You pick for me.
Pick that, yeah, already.
Corey.
Let's go with that last blue.
Last blue.
Yeah, let's see what you do. You got 4 shots. Yeah, I told you about it. I told you. 3. Rotate. 4 balls and rotate. 4 and rotate.
Our 4 golf elements, which is pitching, chipping, full swing, putting. This is our chipping station. So what we're going to do is simply go over how we operate in a classroom. We don't have the luxury of having all this space all the time, so just think about it on a smaller scale. So what we would do is get into groups like we did, maybe a little bit more evenly with the kiddos. But then we would slide everybody behind the safety cones for me. That's how every class starts, behind the safety cones. So if you would just slide back. Behind the safety cones for me. And you're always behind the safety cones. Now we go through what we talk about chipping. This is our chipping and our putter, because the putter wants to keep the ball on the ground the whole time. Chipping, you want to get that ball up in the air and roll into your target. So this is how it works. 3 letters, PGA, posture, grip, and alignment. When we talk about our grip, if you're right-handed, your left hand goes to the bottom, your right hand is glued to it. Perfect, check. If you're left-handed, you switch it up. Once we have our grip, we talk about our posture. When we're chipping, we put our feet closer together, but we want them square. The way we know they're square is if I put this club across my legs, it makes an A. Once I have an A, I have my hands and clubs behind the ball, and then we have a Y. This is going to tell the ball where to go, most importantly. And the motion is very simple. It's a Y, chip, Y. Y, chip, Y. We don't need the club coming up here. If we do, that ball's probably going too far. So that's what we talk about when we first attack. Then we talk about the game. Raise your hand if you remember Battlefield, or Battleship, the game, the board game. So we're doing something like that today. I came up with it this morning. It seems to be working out pretty good, so we're going to roll with it. And the objective is for you to knock off everybody else's ball but your colors. You want to have the team with the most dodgeballs left on the cone at the end of the game. So what's going to happen? We have 2 different ways we handle a classroom. We do a controlled environment, and then we do a free flow. My personal preference is controlled, because you have a lot of kids that are rolling all over the place, so you want to control it as much as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a controlled environment, and it's very simple. You're going to have 2 commands. You're going to have green light, red light. When you hear green light, you're free to hit all 3 golf balls. When you hear red light, you stop what you're doing, drop the club, and then come and get the golf ball. You don't move until you hear red light. When you're in the classroom, this is very important. If you're hitting golf balls around or dodgeballs, you don't want people getting in your face and stuff like that. So a controlled environment, once again, it's my personal favorite. So once we get started, we talk about our key commitments. Our key commitment, if you saw that sign, is growing through challenges. This is one of the harder challenges. And how do we do that? By growing with grit. And 3 ways to grow with grit is to be patient, to be positive, and to ask for help. Very simple. Everybody doesn't play golf, everybody hasn't played golf. It's important for you to understand that and ask for help. That's how we learn. So that's what we always go back to in the middle of the activity, at the end of the activity. That's what we hit on. So if you're ready, the first person, go ahead and step up to your hitting zone. ahead and get in your stance. Once again, you're trying to hit the golf ball that is not your color. A golf ball that's not your color. All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We have a green light. You're free to hit all 3 golf balls.